afternoon, Flosstube. It's Christina here with episode 13 and it's the 24th of October. So we've gone, great start. We've gone for a gothic lipstick today, but more about that later. I'm tired. It shows. I'm having a bad hair day. That also shows. I don't care. Ugh. Shall we get on with the show? Yes. Do what we usually do. We'll do a golden oldie. I didn't iron this one again. Just because I did the ironing and then realised I hadn't got one out. This one is from... Did I do a date on it? Maybe I didn't. I thought I might have signed this one. No, sadly not. A long time ago. This is Celtic Spring by Lavender Lace. So this was done in all the called for colours, all the called for beads, and actually on the called for fabric, which I believe is summer khaki jobelan. It's very pretty. At the time I started it, my daughter liked it. She liked purple and she wanted it. By the time I finished it, she was outgrowing the girly, cute purple phase and didn't want it. And so it has never been framed. And there are a myriad of beads and there's metallic on this. It's beautiful. And I will frame it. But my framer is going to have a bit of a bonanza sometime next year. Because I'm going to go in probably with at least a half dozen, maybe 10 big projects and say I want them all framed. And they'll probably look at me. And I'll probably cry when I see my bank balance, but I need to do it. So that one is Celtic Spring by Lavender Lace on the called for fabric using all the called for beads and colours. It's beautiful. You can still get it, still widely available. The designer of Lavender Lace didn't want any of her designs to go out of print. So if a shop doesn't stock them, but they do stock stuff from Witchelt, they should be able to order it for you because Witchelt is the distributor for Lavender and Lace. So it's always worth asking your shop if they can get it for you if you want it. Okay, we had a varied week of stitching this week. I did a lot. I did six different projects this week. So I started on the Sunday with the English Village, which you've seen quite a few times before, and I started on the stone church tower. It's not very exciting. So this one is stitched in DMC threads on a 28 count mint green. Doesn't look mint green because my lighting's rubbish today. It's later in the afternoon and it's late October here, so it gets dark earlier and it's a pretty dismal day, to be honest. But that is actually, I think, 415 from memory, the shade of grey. So, yeah. There's a lot of 415 in that church. But that one won't be coming out for a few days. And the next one I stitched on Monday was a Whip Go project. The only Whip Go project I worked on this month. And that's Stargazer Lily. And this one is on 36 count Summer Sky from Sew It All. And I reached the very top. This bit here. This is the very top line of stitches. So the outline of the top flower is about half done. Should be able to fill some in soon. This one is stitched currently only in DMC, but it's a mix of DMC and anchor threads, and the designer is the Silver Lining, who is no longer producing charts, sadly. And at some point I will go dig out my Silver Lining charts and go through my collection of them. But there we go. That's my progress so far on this one. Well, most of it. And it's looking really good. Those of you who watched me from the beginning will know that one's a restart and I'm much happier with the new fabric. And I forgot to mention the designer for this one is Mary Hitmot. It was originally in a New Stitches magazine, but you can actually buy it on her Etsy store now as a PDF download. Tuesday I stitched on Deer Forest from Old Forest Embroideries, and this is a kit, so it uses the Owl Forest threads, and I stitched, this one is on 32 count natural linen from Zweigart. And what did I stitch? I stitched some of this border down here, carried out on past the halfway mark. I did a little bit on this side, so this corner is now turned, and I think I did a little bit on this deer. That's it, not very much, but it's all progress, and I think that one's about a third complete now. Again, that one probably won't come out that much because I've already met the Whipco goal on it, and I've still got 4 projects to meet the Whipco goals on. And on Wednesday I stitched on Héritage de Lettres, which was the Mon Ami Pierre design, which is out of print. And this one is on, oh gosh, I can never remember what this one is on. It's white fabric anyway. It's an even weave. I think it's Jobelan. And last time you saw it, I had finished the A and a tiny bit of the B, and now I've done the C and the D and started the E. So very pleased with the progress on this one. This one's not, and never was on my Whipco board, but probably will be next year, because I'm really enjoying it. So I'd like to get that one finished next year. And then the last big thing that I stitched this week was Teresa Wensler's Companions, which is on a 28 count white Jobelan. And I stitched, excuse me, this, most of this, the tree down to there, and quite a bit in the tail and the snow. So if I fold this so you can see the bit that I stitched. There we go, that's better. So as you can see, I have clearly reached the far edge of this design now. Yay! So this is my oldest whip, as I started in 2013. And I'm going to say that it will be finished next year. It will be. So you guys can hold me to account for that. I'm going to finish it next year. And I had a teeny tiny new start because I'm doing an ornament exchange with a Facebook group that I've been a member of for a long time. And don't think my pal watches. Well, she doesn't know I'm sending to her anyway because it's a secret. But anyway, I am doing a pair of mittens on 14 count perforate paper, which are an Ursula Michael design. And what I did is I copied the design into PC Stitch and then flipped it so I could have 2 mittens a pair, because my plan is to finish both mittens, cover the back with felt. Oh, I haven't shown you back before very much, have I? Anyway, back, messy back for my work. And then tie them together with a ribbon as a pair of mittens to hang on her tree. In the old-fashioned way, I don't know. Did your mum ever do that? Did she give you mittens and then tie them through your sleeves of your coat so you didn't lose them? My mum did that. I don't think they do that now because it's like kids might hang themselves on the string or something. I probably would have done, given half the chance. I was not a well-behaved child. Anyway, so that's progress so far. I've done all of the main colour. So I've just got to finish the bits of the design and a little bit of back stitch around the edge. And then cut them out, find some felt, back them, add a hanger, some ribbon, and the 2022 charms I bought. I'm going to put one on each mitten, and they've got to be sent by the 15th of November, so plenty of time to finish those yet. And I've got another, oh excuse me, croaky voice today. My voice is always croaky when I haven't slept very well. I've got one other exchangey piece to stitch by mid-November, but I've already pulled out the pattern for that, and I will get that started as soon as the mittens are finished. So those are my plans. I want to finish the mittens, do my other piece, which is actually going to be this, because I've got 2 copies of it, but we'll talk about that in a minute, how come I've got 2 copies, which it says stitchers make the best friends, and then it's got 3 pots of flowers, and you can use buttons or you can stitch them, and I will probably stitch them, and her favourite colour is purple, so I suspect that I will change quite a lot of this to purple. And my plan is to make a framed quilted hanging, but not to hang it like this. I'm going to do something different where I make a pocket on the back for the hanger, so that all you will see is a rectangle of fabric. And the method was shown by Belinda from Blue Ribbon Sampler on one of her floss tubes. I will see if I can find a link where she shows how she does it. And it's a new finishing technique, so wish me luck. I might need it. I may curse. I have actually never done binding like a quilt before. I may actually curse. Anyway, and I also want to get out a few other projects. I don't think there's very much stitching in that, so I don't think that'll take me more than a couple of evenings. Famous last words. But before the end of the year, I'd like to stitch on damask roses. I'll put in pictures here of where I've got to and what it should look like. The Halloween stocking from Blackbird Designs. Oz sampler from Owl Forest. The witches, which I should be able to finish. Oh no, the Halloween stocking I should be able to finish. The Oz sampler from Owl Forest. The Witch's Spell, which is an Autumn Lane stitchery. Oh, congratulations to Aaron and Cassandra, by the way. They showed off their new arrival in their latest Flosstube. Welcome to the world, Maverick. The Victoria Quaker, which is a Whip Go goal. And the Mystery 2017, which is also a Whip Go goal. So I want to spend at least 30 minutes to an hour on each one of those projects before the end of the year. Right. I didn't get any haul this week. Now, there are weeks I don't actually buy stuff. I know, amazing. I should, because it'd cheer me up. But anyway, I did get the most amazing, nicest present from a dear, dear friend of mine called Kelly. And she arranged for me to get this Marechka kit, which is called She Sleeps. And I'll see if I can show this off without too much shiny. I don't really want to take it out of the packet, but it's beautiful. Oh, I love poppies. Poppies are beautiful flowers. So that's going to be a start at some point. It's a beautifully put together kit. It's on Ada, which I will probably change at 16 count. I'm not a great fan of Ada, so I will probably change it to a 32 count. There's only a tiny, teeny tiny bit of fabric there that shows, so the colour's not even going to be that critical. But it will change it just because I'll enjoy stitching on an even weave more. So it's a fabulous present. I've never actually worked from a Marechka kit before, but I've heard very good stuff about them. They come from Poland. I don't buy very many kits at all, so this will be an interesting experience, and I will let you know what I think of it once I start stitching. Okay. Flosstube of the week is another Brit, and that's Alchemy needlework, and I will put a link below in the box. And shop of the week will be Pain Free Crafts, which do full coverage designs mostly, but they've also got some non-full coverage designs out. And they had a fabulous mythical creature stitch along, which is now finished, and you can actually buy it as a complete chart where each of the mythical creatures is the shape of the letter of the alphabet. It's beautiful. It's got fractionals and back stitching, and I love it, and I would probably do it if I had a million hours, if I could live forever. But I can't. So and finally, as this is number 13, I thought I'd make it lucky for someone, and because I have 2 of these, I was going to give this my big toe chart away. So it says stitches make the best friends. It doesn't come with the buttons, unfortunately. You'll have to either source them or stitch the flowers. Either's a possibility. It's just the chart. I will post it anywhere in the world. Please be over 18 so you can give me your address. Please don't say the word giveaway. I don't want people searching for giveaways and entering. I would like it if you could like the video. I would like it if you could subscribe. But I'll be honest, I'm not going to check. So, and then what I want you to do is put the word friend, F-R-I-E-N-D, in a comment below. And I'll use a random comment picker next week to pick a winner. And I think it's going to be Halloween when I do the next one. Wow. At some point I'll dig out the Halloween charts I've got and some Halloween finishes. I haven't done it because I'm disorganised, but I will and show them to you. So if you want to win this chart, like, subscribe, put the word friend in a comment, and I'll draw a winner next week. And finally, lipstick of the week, which I applied terribly because my tremor is playing up today. So I apologise because it's me. I did a bad job, or wiped off, did a bad job again, and then just thought, fuck it. Sorry, excuse my French. I don't care. The lipstick is Put It On, and it's a NYX NYX liquid sweat. And I'm not sure if it's still available, but if it is, I will also put a link below. And on that note, I will see you next week. And in the meantime, happy Halloween. Oh, yeah. Do you have any plans for Halloween? If you've got any plans for Halloween, tell me what you're going to be doing in these COVID times. Last year, I put out 2 crates that had lids on just to keep the rain out. And inside were individual bags of sweets and treats. 1 box was for under 3s and 1 box was for over 3s. And I think I'm going to do the same thing this year because I'm not sure I want a lot of children knocking on the door and breathing on me at the moment. So, because COVID is rife here at the moment, and I've actually not been very well. And I did get a PCR test and it was negative. So there is that. It wasn't COVID. I had a sore throat, a headache, stuffy nose, postnasal drip, generally felt awful. Still don't feel great, but not COVID. But I definitely don't want a bunch of children giving me COVID. So I will probably do the same and put the 2 crates out near the gate and do an honesty system. It worked pretty well last year. I've got a CCTV camera on the front of my house, and I was able to watch the children arrive, and they all looked pretty happy when they realised they were treats, even though it was a help yourself system. So yeah, that's the plan for this year, I think. And because the whole house is full of sickness, we probably won't do that much decorating. Hopefully next year will be better. I do like decorating for Halloween. We do have a pumpkin. I do plan to carve it. Do not know when I'm going to find the energy to do that, but we will try. And if I do, I'll take a picture for you of it and share it with you on the next video. But that's it from me, and I will speak to you on Halloween. So goodbye, and I'll see you soon.